Servant Season 3 Episode 10 gives us a wild ending with a surprisingly average build-up. Spoilers ahead, let's break it down. Well, that episode was kind of blink and you'll miss it, huh? Especially for a finale. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, I'm more so just underwhelmed, considering just how excellent the entire season was up until this point with its buildup of tension, thrills, and drama. I mean, I'm used to short episodes in Servant, but that was way too short, which makes this breakdown a little bit more straightforward because there isn't a terrible amount to cover leading up to the climax, which is, at least was a great moment with Dorothy getting completely wrecked by the parasite-riddled stair bars. Props to the effects and makeup team behind that because the ricocheting of Dorothy's body on her way down looked very gnarly, and her broken fingers and the twisted leg was a nice gruesome touch. Now, obviously she's not dead, but what I think it does going forward is makes Dorothy far less capable next season of fighting or fleeing physically from the house, and it's going to take a more psychological effort for her to escape Leanne's grasp on her. Again, be it from learning the truth or besting Leanne at her own head games, because boy, you'd think Leanne could spot a double cross coming a mile away by now, which is exactly what happened with Roscoe's character, who we learned was actually not working with Leanne, but instead he was gaining intel for her uncle, who's returned as a very weakened and hobbled man, and he's talking about the parasites in the home sort of eroding the home from within, from the inside, due to Leanne using her powers for her own selfish wants. But really, those were the only two major developments in this finale, and I think it sets up nicely for a lot of intrigue heading into our finale next year. I just kind of wish we got a bit more closure or finality to close out this current season. Actually, one more thing I forgot to point out, which I think is ultra important going into the last season, was the seeds of doubt being put into Sean's head from Dorothy and him actually questioning Leanne, I believe, for the first time this season when he asks her if she had anything to do with Isabel's murder, and the answer she sort of gives him doesn't really, ease his uncertainty, and we sort of see that uncertainty and that doubt sort of creep into his head just a little bit. And I think considering that and seeing, his wife fall multiple stories to the ground, I really wouldn't be shocked by the series finale next year that we see him and even Julian, who's been getting kind of pushed around all season long, both finally defy Leanne, maybe with the help of Roscoe and her uncle, and realize that they both need to come clean to Dorothy about what really happened that's led her to this terrible situation that she finds herself in now. As always, really cool camera work and off-putting shot composition and the framing of the characters to keep the viewers in this feeling of unease as we watch the chaos slowly unfold in front of us. It also bears mentioning that this is undoubtedly Rupert Grint's best work since his Harry Potter days, and I hope he gets a bit more to do next season. I'm also considering doing a predictions video for what could happen in Season 4, which M. Night Shyamalan has already confirmed is the final season, so if you'd like me to cover that, please let me know in the comment section, along with your own thoughts on the finale, because if you've been watching, I do try to reply to everyone, and I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, this has been my review for Servant Season 3, Episode 10. We now have a bit of a wait for the final season, which I'd imagine, just like the previous two seasons, will arrive sometime early 2023, around January or February, but if you've stuck around for my reviews, consider staying with me here, where I'll be covering other shows like Stranger Things and other upcoming horror films throughout the year. But until next time, this has been Millennium Movies, and I will see you all very soon.